Welcome to LTDataDogs.com. I'm LT and these are my dogs. They help me analyze and sniff out interesting and valuable data insights. Okay, so this is the Tableau analysis I did, visual analysis I did for a century's worth of Olympic data. We found out that the prime age is around 23, 24, and same here by the winners. And for gender, we saw that women were hardly part of Olympic history until, say, the 80s. And now it's gone to be about pretty much equal, female and male. We learned that London has hosted the most athletes over the years, and the United States has won the most medals, with Russia, including the Soviet Union days, are second, Germany. And with the map, we found some insights regarding why there was a big dip in 1980. Well, that's because it was in Moscow, and the year before that, Russia or the Soviet invaded Afghanistan, so there was a boycott around the world. Half the countries did not go to that or participate in that Olympics. This is the instructions of how I created this. Now let's go over to Tableau desktop. Okay, so initially you'd probably be here, and to load the data set that's included in this exclusive tutorial, which should be in your hands by now, you would open up Tableau desktop. You'd see this and connect with a text file and select that data set that I'm making available, and we would then see this. You would drag that over here. There's only one table to deal with, and this is the information of the data set. And then we're here at data source. You wouldn't see these, so you'd click here to add a worksheet, and this is the first worksheet, country medal count. So to name this, it would probably say sheet 1, so you double click it and then just type in country medal count, and that would update the title here as well. And so how I made this is I dragged the medal into the columns right here, and then once it's in there, you make sure that the measure is on count. Okay. And then for rows, I dragged country. Where's country? Country over here, dragged it there. Then we got this bar chart, sideways bar chart. It would be one color only. You'd probably start with blue. And then you drag the metal into the color. And then that would divide up the segments. It would create these segments for the bronze, silver, and gold. And to color those, click color. Oh, by the way, did I say drag the metal into the color, right? Yeah. You could also drag it to the bar chart too. And then it'll show up here. And after that, you click color, edit colors. So I had to pick colors out here. So for gold, I picked this one, silver, this one, bronze, this one, or this is gold or something like that. Or it might have come from another palette. But anyway, you get the point. You assign the palette, apply, and OK. So that's how we create the first sheet. Next is age distribution. So to create this, I dragged for columns age bin. So what that means is I had to go here, age. I had to create bin. I'm not going to create one because this will create a different one. I'll just edit the one that I made. After doing that, you'll see, where's the age bin here? This is what was created. You'll see this pop up, and to see what I saw when we created it, it looked like this, and then you just change the size of the bins to 1. Because we're like segmenting them into just one, like by numbers. if we didn't do that, this chart would be a line chart or something like that. So that's why I did the bin for age. And then you just OK it. You'll see that it's up here. You just drag that over here to the columns. And then for rows, it's age. You bring in age again into here. And then you make sure age into the rows, and then make sure it's count, right? This one. It says CNT, count. And I guess that's it. And for color, for this color, you just click color, and I selected that color right there. Okay, next sheet. Metals by age. So you change that to metals by age, that updates. This one, since we already have an age bin, just drag that to the columns. And for rows, count metal. You drag metal into the rows. And then make sure it's count again. Measure count right there. And then you drag the metal into the color, or metal into the chart. And then this will pop up. And for color, edit colors. This might be fine because we already set the color in another worksheet. So maybe you don't have to manually select these colors again. Okay, so that's the metals by age. Gender. Okay, so this one's a little tricky. I had to create a okay, right click over here, anywhere in the empty space on the left side. Right click, create calculated field. I had to create calculated field. And what I did was the year, summer plus winter. I'll show you in a second what that means. So after I named it this year dash summer plus winter, that's what I typed there. And on the formula part is this. I'll go here, since this is already created. I'll edit it, and now you can see what I did. And you can copy this. It's case year. So when it's 1994, then the value should be 1996. When it's 1998, the value should be 2000. Why am I doing this? Because starting in 1994, the Winter Olympics split from the Summer Olympics. It wasn't in the same calendar year anymore. It was every like the Winter Olympics happened in 1994, and the Summer Olympics for that Winter Olympics was 1996. So they split it by 2 years. So I'm combining them to 1 year. Okay, so if I didn't do this part, this calculated field, it would look like this. I'd remove the year, summer plus winter, and I would just put the year. Where's the year? So look at this. The graph really looks very strange. Up until this point, it looked fine. This is the male count, and light red is the female count. But then when it gets to this part, it's so jagged. That's because the Winter and Summer Olympics split up. So to fix that, I had to aggregate them back together, which was why I had to create that calculated field. Okay, so let's bring back year, summer plus winter. It defaults to sum, which is wrong. It should be dimension. Okay, we have our nice graph again without the jaggedness, because we combined the winter and summers after they split. So that's how we did gender. And for color, I just chose this color for female and that color for male. I might have missed it, but to split this up, I had to drag sex into color first, and then it created these two areas of different colors. Okay, so that's gender. Host city. Host city, for columns, you just bring in count athlete. Count athletes. This is a calculated field. You would create that by going to right-clicking here, create calculated field, name it count athletes, and I'll show you what code I put. Edit this, right-click, edit. So I named it count athletes, and then this is just a simple like formula. So it's count and the name, and that's it. So drag that to here. It'll automatically be aggregated for columns, and for rows just drag city over, and that's pretty much it. So for color, I selected that color for this, and now the last sheet, metal count. So this is the map. To start the map off, you would drag longitude over to columns, and then latitude to rows. It would create this map automatically because Tableau is smart enough to know that's coordinates. And then for this part, metal count, we already created the metal count previously, so you drag that. Well, let me show you what the metal count is again. Edit. It's just this. It's a calculated field called metal count with count metal as the function. So to start this, drag the metal count to size. That means the bigger the circle, the more, the higher the value. Okay, and we will drag the name of the country. Where's the country name? Over to label. So now the countries are showing up, the country names, and then drag the metal count again to label, so we can see those numbers without having to like kind of click and hover to see them. These aren't showing because they're tiny. Let's zoom in. Now they're starting to show. Okay, so now they're all showing pretty much. Okay, we back up. And again, the original data set that I found had Soviet Union as a separate like entity from Russia. So I had to like edit that data set and combine Russia and Soviet Union numbers. Okay, so that's how we got the map. And now to the dashboard. Here's our dashboard, which is already filled out. So this was all blank. And the way I did it was created containers. I created a container here, split it up and down, another one here, up and down, another one here, up and down. So 6 main body of containers to add our charts to. And over here I created another container to hold the legends and also the filters. And up here, this was one whole row of a container, and I added 3 containers within it. Oh, I guess 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I created 4 containers within it. Uploaded the Olympic logo, uploaded a text, and then I started just populating the containers with, say, age distribution. I dragged age distribution over here, and then metals, I dragged metals by age here, and so forth. So that's how I created the dashboard. And it's pretty, they're pretty equal size. Okay, some of these have legends. So when I dragged metals by age here, this legend popped up somewhere, and I just dragged it over to this column container here. And the other one that would have a legend was this one, gender, and I also had to drag that because it popped up somewhere else around here, and I dragged it by grabbing that handle over there. and brought it over to the column side here. Alrighty, so that's how I created the dashboard. And as soon as you click this, it's going to save it into the Tableau public, which is online, and it'll be live for everybody to see. So hopefully you've learned some tricks here and can add to your data analytics skill set. Thank you. I hope today's analytics walk was a howling success. Sniff out more goodies in the description, and remember, keep your AI instincts sharp and always stay positive. Ciao.